Yo, what's up, wrestling fans? How you guys doing? A couple little things here. The first thing I want to talk about is Buff Bagwell. On WrestlingInc.com, little interview on WrestlingInc.com. You guys can go hear it there. I don't want to play it because I don't want to ruin them of their views, but he basically says at my age, he was asked about AEW. And he was like, no, at my age, WWE is the only option because these other boys are for young kids. Unfortunately, they don't get it. Nobody knows them. I'm in the industry and I don't know them. Bagwell said of Cody and the Young Bucks, so if I don't know them, y'all don't know them, so I don't get it. That's what Buff Bagwell said, man. Buff Bagwell, there's a lot of things that you don't get, brother, okay? There's a lot of things that Buff Bagwell doesn't get. He doesn't know the Young Bucks or Cody Rhodes. Listen, if you want to make an argument that this is just some kind of fad that's going to go away in like 3 years or whatever the case is and the company's going to fail, fine. You want to make that comment, you want to make that commentary, whatever, that's fine. Like, I'm not even sure if I'm 100% sold and everything. But these guys have sold out arenas. Sold out an arena on pay-per-view, all in. Was that even on pay-per-view? Now I don't even remember. But whatever, it was huge. On the Fight app. These guys made an impact on the business recently. This isn't just a group of indie weirdo dudes who just have a show somewhere. They've got a... Does he realize how much money the Khan family is filtering into AEW? Dude, I don't know why someone sent me this Buff Bagwell clip, but I happened to listen to it, and then it just triggered me, man. And then he just works himself all of a sudden into a shoot about how he got fired by WWE. I mean, he just goes right into, like, all of a sudden, then he goes into, and WWE fired me, Unless the clip was taken out of context that I heard. It was like, dude, this guy is just, I mean, he might be on something. I don't know what Buff Bagwell's thinking. I haven't seen Buff Bagwell. Nobody knows who you are, Buff. Nobody knows who you are unless they were born in the 80s or early 90s. Nobody knows who you are, Buff Bagwell. Dude, if Cody Rhodes shits on the sidewalk, it gets more views and talk than anything about you. If Cody Rhodes wipes his boogers in a tissue and then hands it to Brandy, and then she could sell it on eBay for more than they could sell your wrestling boots. Like, I mean, that's not, and I used to like Buff in WCW. But man, I'll tell you what, proving more and more about all the stuff the WWE guys said about Buff Bagwell, that Buff Bagwell on WWE, he doesn't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. There's a lot of things you don't get, Buff. There's a lot of things that Buff Bagwell apparently doesn't get. Sonny's back in jail, by the way. I don't get that, but I get it. Sonny is back in jail for probably, like, in the last 8 years that I've been closely talking about wrestling, I would dare to say Sonny's been in jail 10 times. I think. Asuka tweeted over the other day. Everybody's upset about that. I mean, I think they made the right decision as far as where they're going, perhaps, with everything. But the only wrong decision that was made was how Asuka was booked the last 2 months. You could have at least booked Asuka on a undefeated streak or something. Again, book her like, 37 title defenses and like she's on, Asuka's had 40 straight title defenses, and now she's going to face Asuka, or Asuka's going to face Charlotte, and then, oh shit, Charlotte broke the streak again and took the belt from Asuka, And then after WrestleMania, there could have been another match with Asuka and Charlotte. Maybe at some point Asuka will beat Charlotte, because right now I think Asuka's lost to Charlotte twice, I think, right? And, you can complain about Asuka and everything else and everything, whatever, and I think that she just wasn't treated right when she was the champion. That's my problem. I don't have a problem with them taking the belt away to do something. I get it. But I do have a problem with how crappily she was booked for weeks and weeks, or not booked at all, the champion, basically begging for a Mania spot. That's pathetic. A champion being like, I want to defend this at Mania. That shouldn't happen. That should just be absolutely understood that you're the champion. You are defending this at Mania. Just fact. That's it. I don't know, man. That's kind of how I feel on the whole thing. Some people are just pissed the hell off. Some people are just loving it. Whatever the case may be. I'm in the middle that, yes, I think they made the right decision taking the belt off her because they didn't have anything for her and all these other things for WrestleMania. Yes, take the belt off her. I like that. Bad was how she was booked the last 2 months or whatever it's been. So that's the mistake. If that hadn't happened, then this whole thing would have been like flawless to me. Probably. Flawless. WWE Hall of Famer says Kofi Kingston going to WrestleMania is a joke. And this is weird because this guy is usually although he's been a little bit trolly recently, this guy has usually been a supporter or a guy that's criticized Vince, I think, about like how he treated black athletes and how he treated kids and stuff like that. This guy's come out about that stuff in the past, I believe. But now he's coming out about this. Superstar Billy Graham. This is almost unbelievable, man. Is the WWE serious? I turned on my computer today and went to the wrestling news sites, and what do I see? Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship at Mania. Talk is Vince going to put... What? That WWE belt on... Oh, talk is that WWE is going to put the belt on Kofi Kingston. Shit. You, not me, will have a 145-pound WWE champion. This must have been an idea by the new senior creative, Lady Dana Warrior. Meltzer says she has been promoted to an extremely high position on the creative team. There's... There is so much hilarity in this paragraph that I almost want to pee my pants. Number one, superstar Billy Graham is quoting Dave Meltzer that she was promoted to a extremely high position on the creative team. That's news to me. Maybe he did say that. I don't know. Last I heard, she was interning as a sort of like pseudo writer. Like in the background writer who was maybe suggesting some things but wasn't really on the writing team yet. So that right there, I'm not sure about. That seems to contradict everything. Number two, you're calling Kofi Kingston 145 pounds? Kofi Kingston has to be probably 200 pounds. Maybe, and by the way, the WWE champion himself, Daniel Bryan, is about 195 pounds to 205 pounds. The WWE World Champion is my size. Daniel Bryan is my size. The difference is he's working out and in shape, and I'm lazy and I've become fat. On my best shaped day, working out, losing the fat, and being in shape, I myself would probably weigh about 195 pounds. Daniel Bryan is basically my size. Kofi Kingston is taller than Daniel Bryan. I would say Kofi Kingston is probably about 190. So for superstar Billy Graham to call him 145. So right there is an exaggeration or a joke. Why are you... And is this a work by Billy Graham to like make people mad? It could be. It could be like him and Vince working together. Like he's like doing his part to be like, oh, this guy's not a big guy, And, I don't know. I don't know, dude. I think he's serious, though. Last night in Boston, a steady decline in TV viewership. Now he goes on to point the TV viewership out. I agree with that. TV viewership is dying. But what I don't necessarily agree with it's because the guys are 200 pounds or 180 pounds. Doesn't matter if you're 180, 200, 250, whatever the case is. If you're not... Kofi Kingston is not a crazy huge character like Macho Man or Hulk Hogan or even superstar Billy Graham. Daniel Bryan is not a crazy over-the-top huge character, larger-than-life character. Neither one of these guys are. It wouldn't matter if they were 250 pounds each. This would be the same result because the personalities just aren't there. I love Kofi Kingston myself. And in the wrestling universe that I'm watching right now, I am pulling for Kofi Kingston, and I do love Daniel Bryan. So that's fine. You got me. But I agree with Superstar Superstar Billy Graham that, that you're not going to draw with these type of guys really right now. I get that too, but a lot of it's the writing. The WWE writing. There's so much more to this. And the fact that he cites Meltzer as, like, what? I don't know. Superstar Billy. I'm going to start calling him Stupid Star Billy Graham. I'm calling you Stupid Star Billy Graham now, Billy. Although I have a lot of respect for Billy Graham, though. But, God, man, back in the day, some of his early, like his promos in the ring and stuff, like that stuff was fun to watch. He would just belittle people. That guy was great. I don't care what anybody says. But WWE stars react to match being cut. This was something I didn't see. Putting all the equity in the wrong blonde, says Mandy Rose. Mella is money, and all the women complaining. And then I had all these people ranting about Naomi, man. If you go on Naomi's page, man, it is a full-on SJW dick fest on Naomi's page. It's like, girl, you should be in the main event. This is bullshit. I get we all do this, right? We all have our favorites that we're mad about. And there's nothing wrong with showing that support and saying that. But didn't Naomi win the championship 2 years ago, and then she won a Battle Royal last year? Certainly it's been a steady decline for Naomi. But Naomi was never going to be that. She isn't that person to carry the torch, unfortunately. When she is champion, she's still just Naomi. When she's Naomi, she's Naomi. And when she's performing, she's Naomi. She's a good performer at this point, I think. Or a decent performer. She's middle mid-card to me, which is good. I think Naomi is middle mid-card. I think she's beautiful. She's good. She's better than some other girls a lot of times. But, as far as the woman to carry it, Ronda's got a better promo than her. Becky has a better promo than her, kind of. Even Charlotte, robotic Charlotte, has a better promo than her. Charlotte is better in the ring than Naomi. Becky Lynch, I guess, is a little better in the ring than Naomi. And I even think Ronda Rousey is more exciting in the ring than Naomi because you don't know what the hell she's going to do. Although I think Naomi is a little more polished and athletic. So that being said, all three of these women being there makes sense to me. The people saying that, like, this is bullshit that Naomi isn't in the main event, I mean, I'm glad she has those type of fans supporting her because that's awesome. That's awesome. I think she's a great person. I like her. But, to say that she should be there instead of these girls is just, what? And nobody did. I know people said that, though. To be fair, let's back the truck up there. People said that about, some of these girls when Naomi was in that spot. So, I get the double standards and the people everywhere are upset and crying about all these things. It makes sense to me. I get it. But the fact of the matter is, I just can't believe Superstar Billy Graham said that. Unless it's some kind of like work or he's just freaking himself out. I don't know. Looks bad on him though. Even if he's just jerking around, it looks bad on him. But if he is working everybody with stuff, that's genius. I gotta say, very much genius, man. Very interesting stuff. Guys, I hope you check out my Patreon. I just uploaded a link to every episode ever of Morning Madness. So if you're a $5 patron or above, I know you guys are going to get every single episode of Morning Madness and all that stuff. But and I'm going to talk a little bit about what's been going on and stuff and get into my own personal stuff and have fun and hang out. And so episode of Morning Madness is coming in a little while, guys. Thanks for the support. We'll see you on Out of Nowhere tonight. I had fun in the gaming stream last night. That was cool. Shout out to all the OGs. If you're an OG of the show over 2 years or more, leave a comment down below. Let me know, man. Say hi. I'll love to see your face. And shout me out on Patreon if you want. Hit me up over there. I love when you guys leave comments on Patreon and likes there too, as well as here on YouTube. It's always fun to read those things. That being said, I think we've come to the end of this video. So here's some other clips you might have missed. And if you'd like, and you're new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe down below. Don't miss out on the daily podcasts, news videos, and just my weird videos that I put out there, whatever else I have. Also, check out my other YouTube channels, youtube.com/corruptedpodcast, and more. All links in the description box down below for everything, whether it's Patreon, other YouTubes, Twitches, and all these other things, all in the description box down below. Expand the box under this video for links to everything else, including my Twitter, which is @CorruptedPod, @CorruptedPod. I will see you guys tonight for Out of Nowhere, the wrestling podcast that starts at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, U.S. Now there should be videos popping up for you.